We have a Contact 7 consumer alert for you. A Denver man says he was swindled out of tens of thousands of dollars by a scam call about his Social Security number.
Denver 7's Megan Lopez shows us why the man says this was so believable.
By now, we've all gotten a few of those fraudulent phone calls, sometimes even several or up to a dozen a day. The Federal Trade Commission says the number of complaints it's receiving about these scam calls has reached an all-time high, and that since 2014, more than $450 million has been lost to scammers. And believe it or not, these calls are getting more sophisticated. If you've ever met Richard Swanton, then you know
It was just another day at the office.
he's a hard worker.
My dad told me once, learn how to do something and stick with it. So.
For the past 43 years, Richard has installed, repaired, and replaced air conditioners, a business his hard-earned savings helped create. But last month, a series of phone calls nearly destroyed everything he's worked for.
And I get this call from somebody saying, I'm the Social Security Administration and your Social Security number has been suspended.
He didn't believe it, so he hung up. But then another person called and it seemed credible because
They knew everything about me. They had my last 4 numbers of my Social Security and the last 3 numbers of my bank account.
the calls went on for days and involved at least 4 people in an intricate scam.
They made me go to the bank, get a bank transfer.
In the end, Richard lost out on nearly $90,000.
There was a lot, almost all the money I had. That's my life savings.
But this Social Security scam isn't the only one going around.
I got a phone call and they asked for me by name.
Kathy Martinez received a call last month from someone claiming to be from her bank and saying there were fraudulent charges on her card. It seemed credible.
Because the number he's calling from is the same number as my bank.
The caller even threatened to close her account.
He seemed legitimate in the beginning.
What they didn't know is that Kathy works for a customer service call center herself and knows better.
There's a lot of rules and laws in place. You have to identify yourself.
But even she was almost duped.
It's easy to fall for this stuff.
In recent years, there's been a sharp rise in these calls. Colorado and other states are trying to get a handle on it with lawsuits and rule changes. But for now, Kathy and Richard are using their stories to warn people about how clever these scammers are getting.
I definitely have my radar up.
What I would do, if I could do it over, I would hang up and I wouldn't answer the phone.
Megan Lopez,
They would steal from their grandma.
Denver 7.
Gosh, that's sad. If you ever have anything you want the Contact 7 team to investigate, do not hesitate to call or text that number right there on your screen. Or if you'd rather, you can email contact7@thedenverchannel.com.